Hello everyone, and thanks for checking out our channel, where it's our goal to create a community of informed traders and investors by sharing technical analysis and collaborating together to ace the charts. We look forward to working with you, so let's get started. Looking at SPY on the weekly time frame, we lost the hourly uptrend in pre-market, and then we lost 4-hour support as well. The result of that is that we have consolidated, and you can see an upper wick of profit taking here on this weekly candle now. So far, the bulls have maintained support of the middle Bollinger Band and the 26-period moving average. Remember, anything on this bounce on the weekly time frame less than 280.40 is just a lower high. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you can see healthy consolidation here back to the 12-period EMA. Notice we have a bullish cross of the 12 and 26-period exponential moving averages, and our last high or low level of support on the daily time frame is 261.79. So as long as the bulls maintain this level of support, they maintain control of the daily time frame. Let's zoom into the hourly time frame now. On the hourly chart, you can see that we gapped down, had a short bounce, and we made it up to the high of the day at 271.54 before falling to lower lows, and our last low is at 268.30. The bulls have a lot of work to do on this hourly time frame. Notice that we have a bearish cross of the 12 and 26 period exponential moving averages. So the bears are going to be waiting right here at this EMA. We also have what looks to be a potential bear flag here. So if we fall and break 268.30, if we break that support, we will look for further consolidation on the daily time frame. The bulls will need to break through the resistance level of the 12 and 26 period EMAs, gain those as support, and then break through 271.54. However, keep in mind, if you zoom into the 4-hour chart, our last lower high on the 4-hour chart is here at 273.05. So even if we break through this resistance level on the hourly chart, anything less than 273.05 is just going to be a lower high on the 4-hour time frame. So the bulls have a lot of work to do. Let's take a look at XLK, or the technology sector. XLK on the hourly time frame, a very similar chart. Notice that we have a potential bear flag here. Our high of the day was 68.20 and the low is 67.15, so that's the range I'm watching. Also notice that we have fallen below the 12 and 26 period exponential moving averages, so those will now act as resistance. Let's zoom out to the daily chart, and you can see our last high or low level of support on the daily chart is 64.25. So as long as the bulls maintain that level of support, they will keep control of the daily chart. Our weekly resistance is 69.71, so that's our last lower high on the weekly time frame. Let's take a look now at XLF, or the financial sector. XLF on the hourly chart, our last lower high is at 26.09 and our lower low at 25.60. We also have a potential bear flag here, and we are about to meet up with the resistance of the 12-period EMA. This is the hourly range I'll be watching going into Friday. Let's take a look at the daily chart. On the daily time frame, our last high or low level of support is this double bottom here at 25.71. So as long as the bulls maintain that level of support, they will maintain control of the daily chart. And our last weekly lower high is at 27.47, so that's our weekly resistance. Let's take a look now at QQQ, or the NASDAQ 100. Triple Qs on the hourly chart, range to watch is our low at 166.96 and our high of the day today at 169.44. We also have a potential bear flag here and a bearish cross of the 12 and 26 period EMAs. Let's zoom out to the daily. On the daily chart, we had an inside bar that had a bull break, and the level of support for that is 166.99, and then below that, our next higher low level of support is 160.99. So those are the support levels. The bulls will also want to maintain the 12-period EMA as support if possible. And our last lower high on the weekly time frame is up here at 173.31, so that's our weekly resistance. Let's take a look now at IWM, or the Russell 2000. IWM, range to watch, high of the day at 150.70, and then the low at 148.40. We also have a bearish cross of the 12 and 26 period EMAs, so the bulls will meet that as resistance. Zooming out to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, our last high or low level of support is 145.37, so the bulls will want to maintain that level of support to keep the daily uptrend. They will also want to maintain this 12 period EMA if possible. If they lose the 20 period moving average or middle Bollinger Band, that's going to be a red flag. Our last weekly low or high level of resistance on the weekly time frame is 154.48. Let's take a look now at VIX, or the Volatility Index. Looking at the VIX on the daily time frame, and our last lower high level of resistance is 2042, and then we fell to a lower low at 1504. We then had a spike today, and keep in mind any bounce that we have less than 2042 is just a lower high. So in order to change the trend on the daily time frame, the bulls will need to set a lower high compared to 2042, pull back, set a higher low, and then break to a higher high. If the VIX bulls can change the trend on the daily chart, we will then look for SPY to lose the daily trend. Let's take a look now at natural gas. Natural gas on the daily chart continuing to make lower lows and lower highs, so congrats to the bears. Our last lower high is at 2,768, and our low yesterday was 2,594. Let's zoom into the hourly chart. On the hourly time frame, we have a lower high here at 2,681, and then our low at 2,594, and then we have a potential bear flag here. If we lose this support level, we will see further consolidation on the daily and weekly time frames. In order to change the trend here, the bulls need to break above this 12 and 26 period EMA, set a lower high compared to 2,681, pull back, set a higher low, and then break to a higher high. That's the first step. Then they will need to change the trend on the 4-hour time frame, and then the daily. Let's take a look now at oil. Oil on the daily time frame, and you can see that we broke to a higher high and then had a bit of a bearish reaction to some trade news today, and I am watching this range here from 51.31 to 55.72 on the daily time frame, and I'm watching for a potential tightening equilibrium pattern to develop. Let's take a look at the hourly time frame. On the hourly chart, our last lower high is here at 53.69, and our low is down here at 51.77. Notice that the bulls are meeting the resistance of the 12 period EMA, and they have not been able to break past that level. So the bulls will need to change the trend on the hourly chart first, and then the 4-hour chart, and then the daily. Thanks everyone for checking out our channel. If you find these videos helpful, please click the like button and subscribe. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers so we can continue to create more free content. Also, if you are interested in helping us build a community to collaborate together, click the link in the description of this video to sign up. It's free to join, so do it today, and let's work together to ace the charts.